Hi, I'm Kat. Welcome to my channel where I'll be sharing my daily life with you, my love for gardening, travel videos, and all of.
Hold on. Let's do this the right way. Have you ever spent years chasing a version of your life that turned out that you didn't really even want? Here's every millennial's terrifying truth for you. I have turned 40 this year, and I have decided that it's time to take my life and myself back into my hands.
So here we are. Let's get to work.
I have always been working on myself. I wanted to know it all, to do it all, and become this scholarly woman of the world, like proficient in all the languages you can think of, home full of books, friends I can talk to for hours on things that matter to me. But I lost myself somewhere along the way by doing all, setting the wrong priorities, and setting my worth the wrong way.
I used to believe that I was only worthy of the good things if I cooked well, if I made enough money, and if I was slim enough.
I called it freedom, what I was doing. 12 projects all at once, wanted to do it all, be all. Looking back, I had no clue what I was doing, and I was mostly likely hoping that something would just work. The funny thing, here's a little secret, it didn't.
To be fair, I have made a career of something that started out as a hobby.
But I have not made a career in many other fields. Now, I know that there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can't work five different careers at the same time, right? Or can you? But my ever critical myself comes back to haunt me in the early, sleepless hours of the morning with ghosts of those opportunities left behind.
Nah, I'm being mean to myself again. It wasn't like that. I was actually really enjoying doing all the different things, but I was stressing a ton about money, and at some point I realized that I was doing most of them or a lot of them just for the sake of money. And that just didn't work out as my primary life goal. It should have been set as a result and not as a number one priority.
All I knew was that I was tired, I felt drained, stressed, nervous. I started to become a shadow of my former self. Slowly, without realizing, my old self was slipping away. And I kept waiting for the moment when I'd finally feel happy. And then it got me thinking. If I'm miserable, nervous, disliking my body, my face, neglecting myself, how does it all make sense? There has to be something more.
And there it was. I was just simply not ready to see it. Until I was.
The truth is very simple. I didn't need to reinvent myself. I didn't need self help books and scientists to work out my brain. It was much more simple than that. I had to pause. I had to step back and evaluate my life as objectively as possible. Well, as possible.
That was the only way to be the main character of my own life.
The only way to make that little curly girl with large curious eyes and insatiable appetite for adventures proud of myself and thrilled to see how far she's come in life. It was the only way to be the main character of my story. And I had to return to things that used to make me happy in order to be able to pick up where I left off and start again.